Yeah, that is that is a whole course. Now, coming to the point, like the cost incurred in deploying an application or your project. So seeing that whatever the technology we are learning here, okay, they're all open source. Like they are free to use. There are few people, not few, like most people, I say most developers were working behind to give us these open source softwares when we can use them for free. Unlike, say, for instance, if you want to use Windows XP or say some IDEs, whatsoever, we got to pay for them. But to use PHP, MySQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we are not supposed to pay any license fee to these people. So they are free to use anywhere. So what are the costs incurred to deploy applications? So all we need is to buy a domain, like say tutoslive.com is a domain. So we got to buy a domain like that. A domain usually costs not more than $10. You can buy a domain of your own. So if you want to build your own portfolio, say for instance arun.com or sandeep.com, you go there to buy the domain, which is around $10, which comes to these days is 630 Indian rupees. So it's that cheap to get your own website. And we need some space. I said there is a server wherein we have to fetch the files from. So the hosting, again, there are free hosting services if you want to use. But if you have more traction, like traction is like if there are more users visiting our websites, we may need some server space, which is again somewhere around $80 or $60 per year. Again, if you scale it down per month, it's just $5 per month. So it is that cheap to deploy an application. That's the reason you see more websites these days. Like anybody who has an idea, they just go out there, buy the domain, buy the space, and if they are a developer by themselves like me, it hardly takes 1 month to get your idea into a web application or website. So again, coming to the open source point, yeah, since if you look at the cost of deploying it, yeah, that's the reason PHP is more popular than any other language. Again, learning PHP and deploy an application, yeah, see, in 45 days you'll be learning here, and let's say you'll be working on a project, it may take another 15 to 20 days to build a working application. I don't say more optimized or high performance application, but yeah, an application which is good to go. So that's the reason PHP is more popular. Yeah. So if you got any questions here, I can answer you. Any questions? Yeah, I assume there are no questions. Cool. Now coming to the HTML part. So what we'll be learning. This is just to have an idea. That's it. Like we may not follow this order, but yeah, these are the things we learn in HTML. Like a little introduction, like who's the guy behind HTML. Since this is a language, there must be some standards. So we will be controlling those standards. That will be learning in introduction. Then the basic tags. Like I said yesterday, HTML is hypertext markup language, where markup is like the tags. So we'll be learning about the basic tags which you use in HTML. Then some text formatting tags. Then entities. How do we display and put an image onto the web page? And how do we show lists? This will be learning. And how to link from one web page to the other page. We'll be learning in links here. And then tables, the table structure. Then the most important of the whole web page is the forms. Like for instance, say you are logging into Facebook, you're putting your username and password, and you're submitting. You say login, so it's a form. Or you came here by filling up a form, like your basic details, so it's a form. So coming to that point, what are the important things in HTML are the images we will be using the most, because wherever you go, any web page you go, there are images. And the links, say you say anything is a link. I'll take again Facebook example. Your wall, newsfeed, a page on Facebook, your messages, groups, everything is a link actually. Like you click on it, it takes you to some other place. it's moving from one page to the other page. So there are links. Again, tables. Yeah, I say people are not using tables these days because tables are not so mobile friendly. Nowadays, people are using internet on tablets, mobile phones, any device. They are using internet. So tables are not that user friendly for for various types of devices. If you are using internet for so only for desktop, yeah, tables are a good option. But still, we'll be learning tables because some point of time we may use tables. Then comes the head elements. This we'll be talking when the time comes. So this is the basic HTML course we'll be learning. So yeah, this is the thing. This does not take more than, I say, we'll be completing this by today, or maybe this is not a big deal too. And lists and links will complete in one day. Tables and form elements will take at least one full session. Like what are the form elements, and this one session, yeah, like by the end of this week, yeah, we'll be done with HTML, and we are good to go with static non-styled web page. Yeah, is that okay? Let's go with the introduction. Awesome. Right. So, what is this? Yeah. So I won't be going more like much into the history of HTML because we don't I assume like we can find that history of HTML on a Wikipedia page, but yeah. So I just tell you the guy who is behind it. His name is Tim Berners-Lee. I guess Berners-Lee. Tim. Oh, there's some problem with my. So this guy is the one who is behind this whole HTML, and this guy is also called as the father of World Wide Web. You know that World Wide Web. So you see www.facebook.com. So that www dot is nothing but World Wide Web. So yeah, this guy is also known as the father of World Wide Web because this guy has done as in two most important things in internet world. One is he is the one behind the HTTP. HTTP is, you see, in web, whenever you type www, there is HTTP behind beside that www, like HTTP column / www.facebook.com. So this guy is again behind this HTTP, which is used to send data across internet. So HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol. Like HTML is hypertext markup language, HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol. We don't want to know about this thing. This is more about a networking concept. But yeah, HTTP is nothing but whatever we are sending, as I said yesterday, a request and a response. So that all comes under HTTP. Like how does a request goes and how does a response comes. We'll be looking how they look like, but we won't be knowing how they are doing it. So this guy is behind HTTP. He's a guy who has done this HTTP and World Wide Web. HTML, HTTP and HTML. So he's called as the father of World Wide Web. I guess back in I don't know, back in 1990, I guess he first started doing some tags on HTML to display the content on the web pages. Okay, and so this guy been doing it. So some point of time, like people started using it because, however, back then the browsers were very basic. So there must be some control over it, like what are the standards of it. So then people developers from all over the world came together and they started W3 consortium. So this is nothing but, again, W3 is nothing but World Wide Web again. So W3 stands for World Wide Web.